Alright, Garfield is in cinemas now, and we are on a food dream to match for this canon battle, apparently, between Nintoonist on Ember McLain and ZingZangZoom on Danny Phantom. Now, Nintoonist, I did want to see them earlier in the bracket. I can't deny I'm a big fan of theirs. They do some fantastic games. So it's a shame the bracket only allows me to see one per phase. But that's the good thing. We get to see him in loser side. We still get our little fill. We still get our fill. And I gotta say, after ZingZangZoom's incredible performance in winter semi-finals, I am sure that they are glad, as we are glad, to see that they're still here. That they have more to offer this game. They are definitely going to want to try and earn themselves that rematch against Metal later in the bracket, but they are going to have to really work for it, because first they're going to win a best of 5 against Nintoonist, then they're going to win a best of 5 against Meta Militia, and then they get their rematch. So this is going to be one heck of a bracket run if they want to put in the work and get it there. But Nintoonist, they don't want that to happen. And I tell you what, a very well punished recovery means that they are on their way bit by bit. But what I was going to exclaim is that Ember is so good at controlling ledge if she plays her cards right. Her hitboxes, they hit. Her hurtboxes don't always get caught. So you really want to be careful with how you play yourself in this matchup. But Danny, as we're seeing here, character with a lot of speed to offer. Character with a lot of versatility in the air as well, being a ghost and all. We have 2 ghosts as it stands. They are great at dashing around each other's aerials and giving themselves a safe rite of passage back onto the main platform. And this is Sweet Dreams, a stage which has a very large blast zones to play around, but Nintoonist falling into one of them there. They were at 120 to be fair, so it makes a lot of sense, but they probably hoped they wouldn't, and they definitely hope they found the spike box on the bottom of that instead of just the weak-ass mid one at the top. 65 damage ain't that bad though, but you do wish you didn't have that stock disparity. I guess the slime bar is a consolation enough that they have about to have access to 2 of them when ZingZangZoom only has the 1. If you want to close out and get an extra stock on the board, you are pretty much looking at the ideal time to get it now. Oh, but ZingZangZoom doesn't want that. ZingZangZoom! Using the bar they have to fantastic effect, cancelling their way into a clean combo off the side of the stage. These are the kind of plays that they started to whip out in the middle of their previous set we had on stream, and I'm glad to see that they can keep them going. They are high execution and high mechanical skill of the player performing them, so it is great to see them being used in full force here. Right, getting away from all of these aerial hitboxes, but oh! The slime bar was wasted by Nintoonist as ZingZangZoom was ready for it and gets a grab. Okay, that's gonna kill. Yeah, it does. Good. Good. The up smash from Ember gets a kill. We kind of need some of that. Nintoonist needs some more pressure in this matchup because they are slowly but surely finding that the second ZingZangZoom gets advantage, they are taking it all the way to the bank and cashing the check for a stock. And then look, tell you what, if the DI hadn't been there for Nintoonist, they would have found another one right there. But every hit is going to put them in a bad place now, so it's up to Nintoonist to navigate this match carefully. And ZingZangZoom, one ZingZangZoom into a big old strong hit is definitely going to kill. I would agree with chat. I think a Sour Bear will probably kills on this one. That one could, doesn't quite kill. As I say, big stage this one, but a fully charged Ember special there to get the stock. They're going to have to put in a lot of work, and I don't think ZingZangZoom wants to give them the opportunity to do it, as a throw off ledge gets themselves game 1 in this set. The support she can handle, because she is going into this next game a game down in the set, so they have to be very careful, but a good stage for Ember to reassert some dominance. As I mentioned in the last game, the hitboxes Ember can throw out are very big and chunky, and the platform spacing on Urkin Armada Invasion is the exact opposite. But Danny can use those to his advantage as well. We've already seen how prepared ZingZangZoom is to use these platforms to reset combos. Gets the sour spot, unfortunately, again. These sour spots, you know, they're just not as exciting. They're good for damage, they're just not cricket, you know. Still. Dancing around ledge, again. Getting a good catch with the upstrog as well. Nintoonist taking the first stock of this game. Putting themselves in a far more commanding position than we saw in the first game of the set. hopefully that bodes well as we move forward into the tournament. Oh, but ZingZangZoom once again proving that if you give them an inch, they'll take the whole damn mile. Getting a lot of damage on the board with a play probably could have killed if they'd found the extra hit, but Nintoonist. Oh, they find the right spot with that one, but not enough to kill. They're already at 30%. But you love to see it when it actually hits, even if it doesn't kill. It's a pretty damn good hitbox to line up on your opponent. And they're going to keep fishing for it, because damn is it effective on Ember to be using that as much as possible. You smack them into the side, and you smack them down into the ground. And if they're off stage, well, they're dying for it. And unfortunately, their Ember is dying for it, because a very greedy use of neutral B was punished ever so well by ZingZangZoom, zooming around the stage, closing the gap, and using a strong dash to secure a stock. And it looks like they're going to try and convert it into another one, but doesn't quite have the slimy to make it! But they were able to let's trap the stock! Oh my goodness! We ever so rarely see it come to effect here at NASB at ESC. Yet we've seen it be used 4 times tonight. Unreal. Unreal. All of the advantage Nintoonist was farming is gone, and I'll tell you what, if they're not careful, they're about to lose another stock. They were not careful and they lost another stock. Do not underestimate Danny. When Danny is off stage, they can do some absolutely disgusting things with how mobile they are. Especially as we've seen ZingZangZoom is proficient enough at using the down strong air to navigate his way to a kill and then safely back to stage afterwards. That's an art form, by the way, because it is a very tricky move to navigate when you're using it, especially online. But hey, we've got American players on American servers, it shouldn't be too bad. If anything, I'm the person liking out the game right now. But I do it for you, chat. I do it for all of us, because we want to see these hype AF games be playing out in glorious fashion. And you don't get much more glorious than this as Nintoonist, I should say, the name is escaping me. But they are able to find themselves a stock there, and hopefully that is the beginning of what they need to make things better. But ZingZangZoom doing a fantastic job with these platforms, but Nintoonist DIing out of the killer move, able to survive, but 98 damage to 108 now. You just don't want to see it. That's the kind of damage you expect to be killed with. You don't want to live with that much. A single Danny's strong dash, even through the air, is going to completely blow you away. And the recovery was punished. You know, Aerial's recoveries are one thing, but Ember's is not a good one. Gamers, we are back once again, feeling things out on the Urkin Armada invasion. Doing that audacious statement I always love, where the players go, nah, it weren't the stage, it was me, and I can execute better next time. And Nintoonist doing a fantastic performance right out the gate, finding the spike, but not quite the stock to accompany it. I love to see it. I love to see it. I'm hoping for a more confident performance coming out here. Nintoonist, they kind of just let the set fall away from them after a very unfortunate ledge trump situation, so hopefully they can just dance around these platforms a little bit better, not fall to some of the damage that ZingZangZoom is zipping around the stage, dishing out. And they can find themselves a foothold in the set, get it 1-2 on the board. 3-0 feels rough, you know. 3-0 feels rough. But ZingZangZoom, they want it to be 3-0, using a slime-powered Phantom Scream for the stall potential, but the recovery, man! The Ember recovery! Oh, you hate to see it every time, man. It's a spirit breaker and a half, I tells ya. Because I love the way Ember plays. She is so much fun if you haven't tried her out. But you just have to know you're gonna die. Oh, that should stock. Yes, it does. Fantastic find on top platform there from underneath, coming up from below there. We like to see. You know, you got to play around the platforms that the stage has to offer. I feel that a certain other platform fighter on the market that sold over 28 million units is pretty bad for that. So I love watching NASB and NASB 2 really go to town with its platform potential. Rivals as well. Oh, ZingZangZoom, while I was here lecturing people about platform design, you were out here getting another one of your trademark crispy stocks. God damn, bro. Calm it down. I know it's in the canon and the Danny Phantom has to beat the evil ghosties, but jeez Louise, that was strong. And the pressure is just relentless now. But Nintoonist catching ZingZangZoom in a moment of weakness to get a few jabs off. Getting a few big, chunky, strong hits. Almost finding a final one, but the down strong gets them back into position. This is a dangerous place for Ember to be. Again, the recovery is their downfall. It's happened multiple times this set. It's happened twice this game. Oh, it's awful to see. But hopefully they can still find their way back in. Nothing is impossible if you can play better. Play better than your opponent, you get a win. Simple as. No matter how stacked the odds are against you, and that tells you what, using a forward smash there and getting a second slime bar and a stock. That's a good way to get things started. Trying to space out ZingZangZoom, but ZingZangZoom is so much faster than you, Ember. Using a slime bar just to not fall once again to the recovery issues that they've been plaguing them. That's good adaptation. I want to see more of that from you, NASB gamers. Use your slime bar for more than just defense. It's great. It's so much fun to run around and do dumb things with. Or good things in this case. Now the player's just sort of fishing with some aerials, fishing with some of their more hitty attacks, and I'll tell you what, Nintoonist has that bar all the way charged. They are probably going to look for it. Especially as they've got their opponent on ledge. It's the perfect place to find it! And it gets a stock! The stocks are even. What are we going to see? Is ZingZangZoom going to go for one of their big bang boom combos? Or is Nintoonist going to close things back up? And the Ember recovery... Okay, that one's just showing off. They didn't even have to use it, but they slime barred their way out of that one anyway. And ZingZangZoom are trying to find a dangerous play, but the Ember recovery working pretty damn well at keeping ZingZangZoom in hit stun there. Oh, and a Fenton Flask, expertly used in minus frames, secures a clean 3-0 win for ZingZangZoom, dashing his way into losers finals.